10 shocking, ugly jewels ever worn by the royals. They were meant to dazzle, and oh, they did. Just not always for the right reasons. From golden headbands that gleam like fast food crowns, to earrings that could double as chandelier tassels. These are jewels that turned heads and raised eyebrows. For centuries, royals have worn the world's most magnificent treasures, and the most questionable ones too. Pieces so odd, even their creators might have blushed. But in the glittering world of crowns and sashes, ugly can sometimes be unforgettable. Welcome to the Royal Vault's most scandalous collection, the 10 ugly jewels ever worn by royalty. Gold Bandeau Tiara. The gold Bandeau tiara is a curious relic of royal taste, a polished strip of gleaming yellow gold, sprinkled with semi-precious stones in red, green and white. It's part of a grand parure, but one could argue it looks more like a Burger King crown crafted from gold paper and half-melted gummy bears than an heirloom of aristocratic grace. The design is heavy, flat, and startlingly modern for something born in the early 19th century, a time when elegance meant diamonds and subtlety, not a gilded headband of rainbow pebbles. To many it remains one of the worst royal jewels ever to be worn, ugly to be true, yet impossible to forget. Its origins trace back to Princess Pauline of Württemberg, Duchess of Nassau, who proudly wore it in the 1820s. It later passed through the hands of Queen Sophia of Sweden and Princess Ingeborg, who quite amusingly mistook it for costume jewellery. In the 1950s, Princess Astrid of Norway rediscovered its true worth and refashioned it with added elements, debuting it during her years as Norway's First Lady. Though undeniably unique, its brash gold sheen remains polarising, a royal heirloom that glows less like regality and more like a medieval arts and crafts experiment that somehow survived the centuries. Golden Poppies Tiara. Only Queen Margrethe II could dare to wear what many call the strangest tiara ever to grace a royal head, the Golden Poppies Tiara. Designed in 1976 by Danish artist Ari Grigst, this creation is less regal sparkle and more art school experiment gone wild. Forged entirely in hammered yellow gold, its oversized poppies seem to sprout directly from the Queen's hair, each flower centered with pearls and diamonds, framed by curling stems that look more like gilded seaweed than delicate blooms. Aquamarines and moonstones attempt to mimic morning dew, while stray opals and crystals suggest insects caught mid-flight. The effect, a metallic meadow glistening and chaotic, beautiful to some, bewildering to others. In certain lights, it almost looks like the world's most extravagant craft project, brilliant but borderline brassy. Queen Margrethe first wore the piece during a 1977 state visit to Italy, and she remains the only royal bold enough to do so. The poppies detach and can be scattered through her hair, part of a full parure that includes matching earrings and a necklace. Today the golden poppies rest safely in her private collection, still unapologetically golden, still gloriously odd. Diamond Butterfly Brooch. Made around 1900, the diamond butterfly brooch was meant to capture the grace of a fluttering butterfly, but somehow ended up looking more like a glittering cobweb caught in moonlight. Crafted in platinum and grey gold, it's set with old-cut cushion diamonds and rose-cut stones in swirling motifs of vines and stylized flowers. On paper, it sounds ethereal. In person, however, it's a tangled spectacle, a heavy, overworked creation that misses the delicacy one expects from royal adornment. For a piece aspiring to evoke flight, it feels weighed down by its own ambition. Once auctioned in Paris for €8,400 and later believed to have been loaned to Queen Mathilde of Belgium, this ugly jewel for a royal queen has seen surprising moments of grandeur. Matilda wore it in 2017 to fasten the Danish Order of the Elephant Sash at a banquet in Copenhagen, again for the cremation of King Bhumibol of Thailand, and later at a state banquet in 2018. Though impressive in history, the brooch remains a curious case, grand, glittering, and undeniably weird. Floral Bracelet Choker. Featuring a dense lattice of diamonds shaped into tightly packed blossoms, the diamond floral bracelet was never one for subtlety. Designed in the 1840s, it was a gift from King Oscar I of Sweden and Norway to his daughter-in-law, Princess Louise of the Netherlands, and though it shimmered with royal generosity, it somehow missed the mark on elegance. The piece is too big to be comfortable and worse looking, a chunky floral jungle of diamonds that seems more suited to a chandelier than a wrist. When Queen Margrethe later reimagined it as a choker by mounting it on a strip of black silk, the result looked less royal heirloom and more Victorian garden gone rogue. Queen Ingrid once paired it bravely with the pearl poiré tiara, while Queen Margrethe wore it often during her early reign, immortalised in several official portraits. Today, the floral choker bracelet rests within the Danish royal family's jewel foundation. Still magnificent, yes, but forever an example of how even royalty can't always turn heavy sparkle into beauty. Andamooka Opal Necklace. A striking diamond necklace, yes, but one that's been whispered about for all the wrong reasons. The Andamooka Opal Necklace features a colossal 203-carat white opal that, at first glance, looks less like a royal treasure and more like a polished duck egg dangling from a chain that's far too delicate to tame it. Surrounded by 80 diamonds and flanked by 2 smaller opals, the design feels oddly unbalanced, like a gemstone desperately trying to convince the world it belongs in a palace. Crafted in Adelaide from 18-carat palladium, it was a grand gift from the people of South Australia to Queen Elizabeth II during her 1954 Commonwealth tour. The Queen graciously wore it once, paired with Queen Mary's Lover's Knot tiara at the Royal Music Festival in Wayville Oval, and perhaps wisely, never again. Today, this over-enthusiastic necklace rests quietly in the royal collection, occasionally displayed but rarely celebrated. A magnificent stone, yes, but a design so spectacularly awkward it remains one of the most unintentionally unforgettable jewels ever bestowed upon a queen. Aquamarine Bando Tiara. Composed of a single oversized aquamarine stone framed by a thin line of diamonds, the Aquamarine Bando Tiara is what one might politely call underwhelming. It's simple yet boring, and cheap looking at the same time. It's not horrid, just blah. Its stark simplicity has earned it the nickname the Cyclops Tiara, and for good reason. The enormous central gem glares from its narrow band like a lone unblinking eye. It lacks the grace of a diadem or the sparkle of a traditional royal tiara. Instead, it sits rather awkwardly, as though someone placed a brooch on a headband and called it regal. Gifted in 1923 by Prince Andrew and Princess Alice of Greece to Lady Louise Mountbatten upon her marriage to Crown Prince Gustaf Adolf of Sweden, the tiara's heritage is far grander than its looks suggest. Queen Louise herself never wore it publicly, but her granddaughters, Princesses Birgitte, Desiree, and Christina, revived it in the 1960s. After decades of dormancy, King Carl XVI, Gustaf passed it to Princess Madeleine for her 18th birthday in 2000. Despite its royal pedigree, the tiara remains more curiosity than crown, a relic of restrained design that somehow manages to be both elegant and oddly uninspired. Garnet tassel earrings. Featuring endless strands of deep red beads, the garnet tassel earrings look less like royal finery and more like something rescued from a 1970s lampshade. Each earring is made of multiple beaded garnet strands tied together by 3 diamond pavo bands, an ambitious idea that somehow lands between Bohemian Bazaar and chandelier chaos. Yet, in the world of Queen Maxima, bold is never too bold. These earrings first appeared in her collection around 2011, rumoured to be a 40th birthday gift. They made their grand debut during the 2013 River Pageant and Gala dinner after King Willem-Alexander's inauguration, swinging dramatically against a glittering Jan Tamino gown and the Dutch diamond stars. A statement, yes, but not necessarily a flattering one. Queen Maxima revived them again at Prinsjesdag 2015, paired with another Tamino gown inspired by palace wallpaper, proving her affection for this rather eccentric pair. Over the years, the garnet tassels have graced official visits, evening galas, and even virtual engagements. Still in her rotation today, they remain the Queen's most dazzlingly divisive jewels, half audacious art, half decorative curtain fringe. The Musi Tiara. Created from a medley of existing jewels Queen Margrethe sent to Musi, this towering creation looks less like a tiara and more like a chandelier that lost its way. The Musi Tiara features pearl buttons wobbling on diamond springs, en tremblant they call it, giving the impression of tiny UFOs hovering above her head. Its scrolled diamond arches twist and twirl in every possible direction, making the piece so overcomplicated it borders on theatrical excess. If your tiara is 10 times bigger than your head, it's trash. You risk looking like a contestant on RuPaul's Drag Race in a tinfoil crown. Commissioned in 1904 to celebrate the birth of her grandson, Crown Prince Umberto, Queen Margrethe wore it proudly, the self-proclaimed Queen of Pearls sparkling in portraits and ceremonies alike. Later, it passed to her grandson's bride, Marie-Josée of Belgium, who wore it at her wedding and countless royal events through exile and beyond. Today, the Musi Tiara rests with the Princess of Naples, occasionally revived for grand weddings, a monument to Italy's bygone royalty and their unapologetic taste for the extravagant and the absurd. Stick insect brooch. It takes a certain kind of royal confidence to pin a diamond stick insect to your chest and make it look, well, almost regal. Queen Camilla's stick insect brooch, often listed among the worst royal jewels ever, is one of those oddities that straddles the line between eccentric charm and entomological confusion. Designed by the esteemed Geoffrey Munn, the brooch was inspired by his son's pet stick insect, and crafted in silver and diamonds so slender and lifelike that it seems ready to crawl off her lapel. The piece was a gift from Camilla's late father, Major Bruce Shand, to mark her engagement to the then Prince of Wales, a tender gesture wrapped in whimsy. Presented, fittingly, inside a chocolate Easter egg from Charbonnel at Walker, the brooch became an instant conversation piece. Jar Infinity earrings. They shimmered, but not quite gracefully. Jar's diamond infinity hoop earrings, worn by Crown Princess Marie Chantal, have long been debated as one of the worst royal jewels ever. Designed by the elusive Paris-based jeweller Joel Arthur Rosenthal, better known as J.R., the pair are crafted in a swirling infinity motif of pavée-set diamonds, bold, dramatic, and unapologetically eccentric. From afar, they gleam like modern art. Up close, however, their chaotic tangle of loops resembles an overgrown spiderweb, spun by a jeweller drunk on brilliance. In 2006, Marie Chantal debuted them at King Carl Gustaf's 60th birthday celebrations, and since then, these extravagant hoops have resurfaced at some of Europe's grandest occasions, from Prince Nikolaus of Greece's wedding to the glittering ruby jubilee of Queen Margrethe. Yet, for all their eccentricity, the earrings have become signature to her style, daring, lavish, and unmistakably J.A.R. Today, they remain in her personal collection, chaotic, controversial, and irresistibly unforgettable. Thank you for watching. Once again, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more sparkling stories. We would love to know your thoughts on which ugly jewel shocked you the most.